All right, so I hope you all I hope you all can see my screen so that I know when you are following and when you are
Yes,
not
yes, we
following.
can.
Okay. All right. So um all right, let me officially introduce myself. So good evening everyone. My name is Miracle Chibuze Marcel and I'm from Nigeria. So I founded the Pan-African Citizen Science E-Lab to promote hands-on astronomy programs and let me welcome someone. Astronomy programs across the African continent. Across the African continent. So hands-on, not lectures, but hands-on activities. So I want to introduce all of those activities. So today I will talk about Pan-African Citizen Science E-Lab. So the organization was founded in December 4th, 2020, just immediately after the COVID-19 lockdown. Okay, and aim is to promote hands-on activities in astronomy and space science through citizen science and soft astronomy research in Africa as a means of advancing space exploration and enhancing space education and outreach. So, and how we do it is we collaborate with countries, with advanced countries like United States and Europe because they already have a lot of hands-on activities going on for them in astronomy. So what Pascal Lab does is to bring those activities, those opportunities from Europe and the US down to Africa. So um, we reach out to different people through social medias, email. Okay, for instance, we connected with walid through social media, and he in turn invited all of you. So that has been our way, our modus of operandi. We also have a WhatsApp group in case if you want to join our WhatsApp group, and also in case if you want someone that will train you in our project in Arabic language, we have volunteers that can do that. We have recorded videos. We have recorded videos in all of our projects. So our projects are divided into two. We have primary projects and we have secondary projects. And in the in the primary project, we have asteroid search, exoplanet, and photometry. I'm going to explain them one after the other. And we have secondary projects. I'm going to explain all of these things. So, but the general requirements in all our projects is that you should have a computer, not a smartphone. You should have a computer, you should have access to the internet, and you should have passion for astronomy and space. And we do not discriminate. Okay? We do not discriminate. We only recruit people from the African continent, including North Africa and the Sub-Saharan Africa. So we do not discriminate on age, we do not discriminate on religion, we do not discriminate on country, or maybe even your academic profession. So even if you are not coming from the science background, maybe you are a law person or an accountant, all these fields I just mentioned now are not related to STEM. And but you love astronomy, you love space, which we will still welcome you to join us. So um in the asteroid search, I want to show you what we are doing. Look at this simulation. Look at what is going on here. You see something falling from the sky down to the earth. So that happened in Europe this year. In fact, it happened on May. It was on May that this happened. It is an asteroid that fell to Earth. It landed to the Earth. Now, this thing is capable of destroying a whole city. It is capable of creating havoc on the planet. Okay, so maybe you're not new to it, but this is maybe it has fallen in your maybe in your villages or in your cities. So So, but the problem is that sometimes, they range in sizes. Sometimes the bigger ones can land and destroy lives and properties on Earth. So that is why it is a very active activity for NASA and all of space agencies. So we call it uh, planetary defense. So when you get involved in the asteroid search, you are actually getting involved in planetary defense because you are going to help NASA, you're going to help the International Astronomical Union to discover more of these near-Earth asteroids. And so it is important that we classify them, and we monitor their movement around the sun. So that's what we do. We search for asteroids. So we search for asteroids orbiting in space, not the ones on Earth. When they are still orbiting in space, we search for them so that we send a report to NASA, and the NASA will catalog them. And whatever you discover becomes yours. So this has been our primary project from day one since December 2020. We have been engaging different groups across the continent. Okay, we have been engaging people from the space agencies, from astronomy organizations. We have been engaging a lot of people in this project. So we use this software. We use this software called astrometrical software to search for this asteroid. And here is how we discover asteroids in the astrometrica. So look at this image. You can see an asteroid moving in the images. By the way, these are about 4 to 7 images. Okay, these are about 4 images. Okay, so taken at different time intervals. So when you use Astrometrica, you can actually simulate those images to see a sign of movement. Those ones that are the background that are not moving are our background stars. Okay, so these are one of the methodologies of finding asteroids from the asteroid data sets. So so here are some of the images of some of our participants in the past from different countries in the continent. This is from Togo, this is from Kenya, this is from South Africa, Cameroon, Ghana, Rwanda, Benin, Morocco, Nigeria. This is just some of them, okay? Not all of them. These are just some of them. So, like I said before, the tools to participate in the asteroid search, you need a Windows operating system, you need internet, then you need Astrometrica. Now, we have two ways we train people. We train people through recorded videos. Okay, we have recorded videos like this. It's on our website. And by the way, this is our website right there, www.pascalab.space. So these videos have already been recorded. They are on our website. So, and they are in English. Okay, we also have some volunteers. Okay, so I was still talking about the asteroid search. So we have two ways we train people. You choose to train yourself with our recorded videos. Okay, and we have recorded videos in Arabic, in French, and in English. So depending on the one you want, we can recommend them to you. Okay, so so far about we have discovered up to 30 asteroids for the past 4 years. Our team members have discovered over 30 asteroids. And one thing about discovering these asteroids is that it is your asteroid. You're not doing it for NASA. You're not discovering the asteroid for NASA to claim it. It is your asteroid. So in the future, you will get to name the asteroid. That is in the future. So it's a win-win for everybody because your contribution is helping to protect Earth from these asteroids. And then you get to name the asteroids. The data is provided to you free of charge. You don't have to pay for the data. So here is the timetable for the academic year, for the new academic year. Okay, so the last campaign we had was in the last campaign was 2 months ago, but another one is coming up this August. So starting from August 1st, we're having another campaign. It is going to run every month till next year. June, next year June. So it is a very serious program, and some of our team members are some of the people that are using this are mostly students, university students across Africa. Okay, so they are using it. The teachers are using it as a way to keep the students busy in hands-on activities. So here in the exoplanet and photometry, we are working with NASA themselves. We are working with NASA on this project. This is a NASA project. Here you help to refine orbits of discovered exoplanets. So far there has been over 500 and 5,500 discovered exoplanets. Exoplanets are those planets that are orbiting other stars. Okay, now when the TESS mission and Kepler missions were studying these exoplanets, it could not calculate. Sorry, they could not calculate their right periods. I mean, their perfect periods. Okay, some of their periods are off by some few seconds. Okay, but right now, about 2 years ago, the James Webb Space Telescope was launched, and part of the mission of the James Webb Space Telescope is to study these exoplanets again, because James Webb Space Telescope has better equipment to study this exoplanet, so it doesn't need to waste time. It doesn't need to waste time for this planet to come out of their orbit for observation. So what we do is we use our ground-based telescopes to observe these stars, those stars that have exoplanet, and to produce this light curve. Okay, so these data reduction from multiple citizen scientists help to to refine the orbit of these exoplanets. So here are just an example of the light curve, and this exoplanet is one of the easiest of our projects, if not the easiest. It is very easy adventure. So here's the software. We use all the softwares that we use are online based. You don't need to download and install any program. All of them are online. Okay, so you can use any operating system to operate it. So here is the exotic program. It is from the NASA website. So here you use this exotic program to produce this light curve, and here is the where you submit your result. The American Association of Variable Star Observations. Okay, so when you are trained, you get to know all of these things. So so for to be part of it, you need any operating system, like I said before. You need internet, and you need Gmail. Gmail, not email. Gmail is a must. You must have an Gmail. So all softwares is online. You don't download any software. Every software that we use is online. So um and so we have recorded videos. So these 7 videos are the the exoplanets, the training videos. If you watch these videos and you follow them, you will learn the process. It is not that hard. Okay. Then here I'm. This is July. Okay, because of my endeavors in promoting this project across the continent. Okay, so NASA community nominated me as their exoplanet researcher of the month of July. So I'm going to send you this link after, so you can read my story about it. So it is currently on the NASA website. So if you work hard, if you promote this project, you'll be recognized by NASA uh, people. You surely appear like this. So then the third project that we have is research writing. Research writing. So now there are different kinds of research. There are different kinds of research. Okay, so there are different kinds of research. There are some of research that requires advanced knowledge of astronomy, and there are other research that does not require advanced knowledge of astronomy. And citizen science community, we are interested in those research that does not require you to have advanced knowledge of astronomy, okay? Because we call it citizen science, and citizen science means those kind of research that can be done by ordinary people, okay? So now one of those such research is on double stars. If you are conducting research on double stars, you don't need advanced knowledge of astronomy. Okay, all you just need is a passion for astronomy. So, and we want to make our African community, our African citizen astronomers, we want to make them to be published scientists. We want them to publish a paper, scientific paper. So we are working with Dr. Richard Fried from the United States of America. She's in charge of this, okay? Although she trained us last year. So we have been promoting this project since then and have been engaging lots and lots of people. Um, Here is the kind of things we do. You use the Large Commerce Observatory to take your observation, and you study this. You're going to write paper about these stars. You're going to write paper. You're going to take measurements with this astro imagery, and you write papers on them. After writing the papers, they are published on the Journal of Double Stars Observation. Okay, it's a very popular journal. Then we have so here are some of the papers we have written so far. They are peer-reviewed publications. We want one at least if you participate with us, you will get a publication. And it is free of charge. We don't charge anybody any money for this research. It is free for those. But before you come into this research writing, you must have gone through our asteroid search and or maybe other projects like photometry. It's free of charge. So the training videos are like these. These videos have been recorded. If you watch the videos, you follow the research step by step. You do exactly what the supervisor, the instructor is stating. Then you, by the time you know it, with the supervision of your research instructor, like me, you get a paper done. So far, we have written up to 10 papers. Okay, if you have written up to 10 manuscripts, but only these have been published. And we hope to publish up to 20 research papers before the end of this year. And I hope that you might be interested in this. I think there's a warning. Uh, I was, I was hearing some kind of noise, like a warning. If maybe maybe it's an error. Okay. All right. So back to my presentations. All right. So now, in the Astrophoto Visual Development project, it is not a research project, but it's a skill that every amateur astronomer should have, even professional astronomers should have. It's all about processing space images. Processing space images. You know, we teach you how to use computer programs to process space images from the Hubble Space Telescope, from the James Webb Space Telescope, and from the Large Comet Observatory. Okay, so we teach you all of these skills. So we have for Photoshop or for GIMP. Okay, but if you are studying, we recommend that you use the GIMP route. We are planning on scheduling live training sections on this. However, you can even go ahead of us to produce to watch these videos and learn how to do it. Just these 6 videos, you'll learn how to do it. Then the latest of our project is the Aries event with Aries. So this event, you must have seen it on TV. So we see children, you know, trying communicating with astronauts about the International Space Station. I don't know if you have seen that on TVs, mostly from the advanced countries. So we are part of it. We have joined the campaign. Pan African Citizen Science has joined the campaign. So we are going to be doing this by next year, January to June. Okay, January to June. But we're going to start the preparation this year. We're going to start the preparation, and we're going to be involving all of our team members across the continent. So let's call it amateur radio, amateur radio on the International Space Station. So you communicate with astronauts, you ask them questions, interesting questions, like how does one become an astronaut? So just stuff like that. So we also give out telescopes to some of our members, not to everyone, but just to some of them, from places where astronomy, education is very less known. We donate telescopes. We work with Gene and also with IFERS in doing this. So where do we get our data from? All of these astronomical activities, astronomical activities require data. Where do we get our data from? So for the asteroid search, the data is obtained from the Pan-STAR and the Catalina Sky Survey. Okay, so that is where these observatories generate a huge amount of data. So if you look at this chart, you see that there are so many surveys around the world, scanning the sky, but you see that the Pan-STAR in this color and the Catalina in this color are the largest generators of data. Okay, so now when this data is generated, they are sent to Isaac. So Isaac now, you know, Isaac, we are the ones that distribute the data to different organizations participating in the endeavor around the world. And we are with them. So here is just one of like an example from a group from Libya. Okay, so this is where you download the data. Go over here, you download the data. Do you understand? Then after analyzing the data, you submit it back here. Submit it back here. So this is where you submit the report, your report. So you download and you submit it right here. So for the exoplanet photometry, we we get data from three sources. We get data from the micro observatory. You can schedule your own observation live and direct. You can schedule it with this micro observatory. Okay, observe what is going to happen. I'm scheduling an observation in this video. So I'm scheduling it just within seconds. You will see what is going to happen. So I've clicked OK, confirm, and watch. It is now going to prompt the observatory. Look at the micro observatory right there. It is going to now focus on the star that I wanted to observe to be able to generate data for reduction. So that is how it works. Okay, so that is just one of the ways. Okay, then another way is, even if you don't know how to operate it, or maybe you're just starting, you can request data from NASA directly through emails. We call it NASA data checkout. So um, on the website, the NASA website, you input your email. Just few seconds after that, you receive some data then to analyze. So that is for those that don't have telescopes and maybe you are afraid to operate a remote robotic telescope. And we also obtain data from the Last Crumbs Observatory for endeavors. So for double stars research, we obtain our data from the Lost Cumulus Observatory. Here is the map of the world showing the sites of the Lost Cumulus Observatory. So it's a network of telescopes that work like one. Okay, it has different locations from South Africa, from the islands in this part of the world. I don't know, Canary Islands. Yeah, it's in Chile, it's the United States, it's in Australia. It's like network of telescope working as one. So assuming that, so anytime you schedule an observation, there's a possibility that some part of the world is, just like we are now in the night sky. Okay, Africa is in the night, is facing the night sky. Sorry, it's in the dark mode now. We are this is night all over Africa. So these telescopes are operational. These telescopes are operational. But in the place where there is daytime, you can use them. So anytime you want to observe with it, you can always observe with it without waiting for nighttime. So it's a professional telescopes. So 0.4 millimeter telescope, very professional, used for educational purposes. So we also use other kinds of telescopes for our endeavors. So here is the slow telescopes. Slow telescopes is another kind of robotic telescopes. You can operate you can operate it with your phone, with your computer. You can schedule observations with this telescope anywhere you are in your school, in your office. So here are some of images we have taken with this telescope. We use it at Pascal for astrophotography. So you can see this beautiful. So you can with it you can see things live. Okay, you can be observing things live. You can even observe the sun and the full sun. If you are monitoring the sunspot, you can. It is ideal. It is also ideal for observing deep space objects. So here are some of the beautiful images. Now, one thing about this slow telescope is it observes the night sky in colored form. It does not give you the gray colors that you later combine. It gives you the color. And most importantly, it is ideal for observation of eclipses. You can observe eclipses any part of the world. Okay, this eclipse happened in the United States this April. But can you imagine that we were right here from Africa and we were observing these eclipses and we are capturing these images right here from Africa? We were everywhere. Our eyes are everywhere in the world capturing these images. So you can see how important robotic telescopes are and how we are using it in our Pascal lab activities. So here is the site of the slow telescopes. It is in Chile, it is in Canary Islands, and they're also expanding to Australia and Tibet and so on and so forth, even in the United States. So, results so far, the results so far. So, I told you before that we have been doing this for the past 4 years, since late 2020. So, a few weeks ago, we issued a survey to everyone to fill and to tell us how they are feeling about the project. So from there, we could see that over 600 citizen science have participated in our project. 600 and about I think it's 688. This figure I have not updated my slide. About 688. Okay, from about 45 countries in Africa. 45 countries in Africa, and we have recorded about 65 to 70 groups. That's a huge number. And here is the gender identities of all of the participants. We have more male than to female. Okay, so if you are recruiting people from your group, please, we want you to pay attention to women because we also want women to be involved in our project. So here is the level of education. Wait, something is going on. Okay, I have 15 minutes to. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to generate another link. I'm going to generate another link so that we can join that one. Okay, this is a limited account. Don't worry, I can still present. I can still go on and present because I'm almost done. So most of the people participating in our project are undergraduates. So some of them are secondary school students or those who have graduated. Then we have master students, we have PhDs. So our project suits everybody. It's not a project that is for PhDs. Maybe asking, is it for PhDs or is it for masters? It's for everybody. Everybody can participate. So here are some of our projects. Okay, so far only a fraction of our citizen astronomers have participated. in other projects. Majority have been on the asteroid search because asteroid search has been the foremost project. These other ones were recently introduced, so people are just getting to, you know, adopt them in their curriculum. So this is the entry here. So we started this project in 2020. I was with one other person, and from there we started to recruit more people. This is the number for 2021. The number increased in 2022, and the number surged so high in 2023. So we have been recruiting and training people over the years. So we are in 2024. Okay, we are still at the middle of the year. We don't know how the year is going to be. So, but we believe that more people are going to join us towards the end of the year. So it's going to be even much greater than this number. So here is the citizen science with zones. Here is in North Africa. Here is West Africa. Here is Central Africa. Here is East Africa. Here is Southern Africa. So to show you, people from around the continent have been very active in this project. So here is a map of Africa showing the different countries that have active citizen science groups. So the blue ones are the ones that we have active. We have networks, citizen science networks. Okay, the blue ones. These other ones we haven't really gotten a lot of people. Algeria, Mauritania, Mali, Somalia, Djibouti. Although we have gotten some people, but we need more people. So so our project has been contributing to different SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs for quality education that's helped to improve quality education in Africa. It also ensures gender equality. Okay, especially for women, women have been lagging behind in general equality. Then decent work and economic growth. Okay, then we have reduced inequality. That's reduced the inequality for those coming from underrepresented places. They have access to astronomical data and skills. Peace, justice, and strong institution. The partnerships for the goals. So we are writing papers about all these endeavors. You can read all of these things from our paper when it is published. When it is published. So this is the end of my talk. All right. All right. So I
ايوه.
I noticed that uh,
بس
you were cut off.
أوكي.
Please, could you remind me what you heard last so that I can I can understand where I was cut off? Can you remind me what I said last, or maybe I finished it? Can you remind me?
We were talking about women and men's.
Okay, women and men. Okay, okay. Was I talking about SDG? Did you hear about SDG Sustainable Development Goals? Did you hear me talk about SDG? I want to know if
No, no, actually, not actually.
okay. Let me start from there. But first of all, I would like to send another link to you, or so that because this is gonna end in 10 minutes, so that you can join it. Just a moment. Let me generate another link, meeting link.
اوكي.
Okay, so I was saying, I guess this is where you stopped our communication cut. So we oh oh yeah. So we conducted a survey among our citizen astronomers, and we got so many reports from our citizen astronomers. So here is the male. Okay, here is the female. Okay, there are more male than female. So I'm asking you, if you are inviting people, I want you to also be inviting women because we want more women to be part of our endeavors. Okay. Then we talk about levels of education, and I stated that most of the participants are undergraduates. So here's the undergraduate bachelors, or those have graduated from the bachelors and maybe they're now working or maybe doing something else. So here is their own. Here is the bachelors. The numbers are higher. Then we have the secondary school. We have master's degree holders and PhD. So now I was saying that this shows that our project suits everybody. So no matter your level, it suits everybody. It is not for kids, it is not for adults, it is for everybody. Here is our project. So showing the participation, asteroid search is the highest because asteroid search is the prerequisite. Before we allow you to do other projects, you must go through the asteroid search. Okay? And here is the exoplanet, the number, astrophotography, research writing. So people are gradually coming up in this. Okay, because we just recently introduced them. That's not been so just this year we introduced them. So not a lot of people have mastered them, but gradually they will. So here is the entry year. So starting from 2020 to 2021, we have been including people, 2022, 2023, 2024. So the number has been increasing. But for 2024, we are still in the middle of the year, so we hope to increase the number very soon. So here is the citizen science in their geographical locations. So we have North Africa. So the number is about 112. We have West Africa. You know, we have Central Africa. We have East Africa. So the number has been going up for each of these geographical zones, except for Central Africa. We're going to work really hard to recruit more people from the Central African regions. So here is a map of Africa showing our networks across the continent. Okay, we have networks, but we have not really had some good performance from this Algeria, Mauritania, Mali. So in case if you are from there, we welcome you. We are having issues with Somalia, Djibouti, Eritrea. We are looking for people that will participate in our project from this area. We also are looking out for Guinea and Guinea-Bissau. So our project has been contributing to the development of Africa. Our project has been contributing to the development of Africa in terms of sustainable development goals. So we have quality education. Quality education. It helps in quality education, gender equality, okay, between male and female, participation in science. We have decent work and economic growth. There we have reduced inequality. It's helping to reduce inequality. Then we have peace, justice, and strong institutions. Then we have partnership for the goals, and here we have this paper. We have sent it out for publication, and you're going to read all of these things from there. So, and like I said, this is the end of my presentation. That is the end of my presentation. So, if you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So, are you from these countries? Are you from these countries that we haven't gotten representations in? Okay, you can ask your questions. This is time for asking questions.
Hi, Miracle.
Yep.
Uh, they are from Egypt,
Oh, okay.
but
We're from Egypt, yes.
let me ask you why you said before that we necessary to use Gmail. Exactly, Gmail. Why?
For only exoplanets, for only exoplanet research, not in all our projects.
Why is that?
Okay, it's because the um the software like I told you, it is online. It is based online. The Google Colab. So the software was actually built with Google Colab. Do you understand? So to have access to the Google Colab, you need Gmail because Gmail is also Google and all the same
Okay,
company.
okay,
So
got
that
it.
is why. Uh, so even if you don't, you can just generate Gmail and use it. Okay, even if you don't have a Gmail, just generate it. It doesn't take much time to generate a
Okay,
Gmail
got it.
account. Yeah. Okay, any other questions?
So when they gonna start?
Okay, August. August we start, but we're going to start collecting the names of the groups from this year, for this month, from this month, okay? Maybe towards 20th, we're going to start collecting the names of the teams, okay? Because that is how we do it. We collect the names of the teams. And by the way, this is a teamwork. It is not an individual work. The asteroid search is a teamwork. But other ones are individual, but the asteroid search is a teamwork. So do you have a team? If you don't have a team, we have other teams from Egypt you can join. But if you want to be on your own, no problems. We're going to create a team for you, like for you. We name it something so that you can participate there.
Okay, so for the double stars program, must should I be an expert with scientific writing and researching and all of this?
Okay, all right. So you're not going to write the whole paper by yourself. There are some parts I will contribute to. You understand? But the practical aspect of the work, you will be the one to carry them out, and they are very fun. Okay, they are very fun. So in writing the research paper, I'm going to walk you through step by step. Even if you have not written a research paper before, I'm going to walk you through. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be paraphrasing. Okay, I'll give you the ones we've done before. Then you change the words, like you use your own words to say them, to write them. Yeah.
Okay, so the research paper, is it helpful for me for, I guess, citations and H index and all of this, or just for?
Yeah, you're gonna do that. You're gonna do that. But even if you don't have such advanced skills, I'm gonna help you do that. But the major part is doing the practical aspect of the research, which is taking your observations, making your measurements, and the calculations involved, which are very excellent and very simple.
Okay, so there are like judges for the research paper, or just
Okay, after writing it, okay, we send it to the Journal of Double Stars. Okay, we have people we call peer reviewers. They are the ones to peer review your work, to check your calculations, to check your observations, whatever you studied there, to know if they are accurate, scientifically accurate. So with the help of the supervisor, they are going to be accurate.
how,
We have written up to 10 papers. So about three has undergone peer review successfully. So others are still on the pipeline. Okay, one of the issue is you know, it is there are lots of papers but few peer reviewers. So it does take some time for the peer reviewers to go through the papers and get back to you.
so how long does it take to review the research paper by the judges?
Okay, all right. Now the papers are published every 3 months. Every 3 months. Okay. Um, Within that 3 months, peer reviewers should have gone through your paper. Okay, so
Okay,
peer reviewers can go through the paper just in a day. The only problem is that not people do not have a lot of time. So, and it's a voluntary work. Nobody is paid for that. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
is just people trying to help humanity. So those researchers, they just spend their time going through your papers and verifying everything you've written there. So that's how it works. But
By the way,
but but but
it's
the the main point is just do the research, do it, and submit it to the journal. Anytime they review it is fine because it is very rewarding to have a publication as a student. Generally, have a publication as a student, even if it is just one.
So is the journal have has a Q1, Q2 like this?
Q1, Q2. How? What do you mean by Q1, Q2?
Like rank or something?
Okay, all right. Now, Journal of Double Stars are generally favorable for for student-led research. Okay, so the they are it's an international journal. Okay, I don't know about the ranking, but it is a very reputable international journals that allow students to publish their work with them.
Okay. By the way, Islam, he's my colleague.
Okay,
If you
yeah,
don't know,
his paper was published this July. He did it. He did the research since early this year. Yeah, and his paper was published just this July. And
the work how
congratulations to
long
him.
does it take?
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that is where it depends on the person doing the research. Each of the students do not have equal time. Some are less busy, some are too busy. So it depends on you. Okay. Okay. For instance, if I were the one doing the research, a day is enough for me. A day is enough for me. For some people, a week. Some people 2 weeks. Some people 3 months. So you can imagine. So depending on the time commitment, depends on you doing the research. So if you want to do it quickly, within 1 month or a few weeks, you are done.
Okay. I'm done if any one of you guys have a question.
Thank you for the meeting.
All right. So uh Walid, I think you are participating in the Astro research, right? On the
Yeah, yeah.
international group. So please, I want you to engage your colleagues under those ones. By next month, they can now officially open the semester Pan African Citizen Science ELAB on so that they can join that one.
Okay. For if I wanna be a coordinator for my country, Syria, is there is any news?
Okay. Oh God, I forgot. All right, but it is usually very hard. Okay, Isaac and
Why?
look at how it works. Let me tell you how it works. Okay, Isaac does not want third parties. They do not want third parties. They want to be interacting with the groups directly. Okay, so assuming from Syria and you have multiple groups from Syria, they want those individual groups to be interacting with them directly. They do not want someone that will be supervising everything. Okay, because they are not paying you and they don't want someone to misrepresent them. Now, the case is different for Africa. The case is different for Africa. So this is how we started. Let me just give you a little history of how we started.
Not just Africa. I saw India and Portuguese. I guess a
Okay,
lot of countries.
wait. The one you are participating on is International Asteroid Search Campaign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have regional ones, okay? We have regional ones. So for now, we don't have any regional campaign. The regional campaigns are going to start from August. Okay, so if you log in by August, you will see so many regions of the world. You see all Asia asteroid search, all Pan African asteroids, so different regions. Okay, and these regions have their coordinators. For Africa, I'm the coordinator for Africa. But I want to just give you a brief history of how we started. So in 2000, late 2020, okay, that was when I first participated in the asteroid search, and I fell in love with the project. So I started to invite people across Africa. Okay, so I invite people, I train people. Okay, then I sent the form to Isaac. Isaac will register them under the International Asteroid Search Campaign, the one you are doing right now. So I was doing that. Isaac is not paying me. I was just doing it with my own on my own because I like to spread astronomy. So the number grew over over time. The number of groups that I was engaging increased. Look at the map of Africa. Let me just share my screen. And in some countries, there are about three groups that I engage in. I engage with. Let me share my screen. It's coming up. So here is the map of Africa. So I was engaging these groups, people from different groups. I connect with different groups through social media, through sending emails, Googling them. I was just eager to connect to as many African groups that are interested in astronomy as possible. I was connecting space agencies. I was connecting astronomy groups. Like I was connecting secondary school all over Africa, not just for my country, Nigeria, all over Africa. So my work became so important. So now Isaac came out, we are the ones that suggested to me that they are going to open a regional group for my team. They're going to open a regional group for my team for Africa, and that is when we had Pan African Asteroid Search Campaign. So that has been like that. So, but for you, they can't just just tell you, okay, um, um, okay, we're gonna make you the regional head. No, there's nothing like that. So what you're gonna be doing now is you're gonna be forming groups, you know, inviting people, if you know any astronomy group or group of individuals that are interested in astronomy, maybe they do not know about this asteroid search. You can just send invitation through emails or through sending them messages on social media, inviting them to participate in this. Then you train them. You're going to use the resources for all of these, okay? You train them, they become versed. Then you send the form, you tell them to fill the form, you have them to submit the form to Isaac. So you do that, you gather as many teams as possible, okay? Then it is, if you have about 10, if you have about 10, maybe groups so far, you can start talking about, you can start interacting with Isaac for you to have your country's Astro Research campaign, like you say, all Syria Astro Research campaign. So it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of hard work. Okay, so I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the pain because I was having fun. I see everything as fun. I didn't see it as a hard. I love astronomy, so everything I'm doing in astronomy is just as fun. I'm having fun, so that is why I find it so easy. So I was working. Sorry, I'm working and I'm making my own money. Okay, and also using the money to support my work. So I don't get paid by anybody for these things. Okay, I don't get paid for
Yeah,
anybody. So it's a lot of personal sacrifice, a lot of personal sacrifice. So it's not
yeah,
easy.
yeah, got it.
Yeah.
So, what is the next step? Should we wait until August, or should I send you their
No, no.
information to
Okay, just continue.
participate?
But how is your Astro search going? I hope you've started analyzing the data sets.
I'm working on it.
How many data sets have you analyzed so far?
I guess just two.
Oh, you have a lot of data sets right now. Let me just show you. Let me walk you through the website, through the Isaac website, so that you see that there are lots of data sets for you there. So staying on two for long is not any progress. I'm not making any progress at all. Let me. I hope you can see my screen. I'm into the Isaac website now.
I was late because I was having exam the
Oh,
last
oh,
week.
oh, oh. Anyway, once you've launched the project, that is why you need a team. It is not something you can do alone by yourself. because it does take time. But if with a team, you can divide the work among the team members, and before you know it, within 2 days, you are done.
I have one, but he's out.
How? Okay. Oh, you need at least 5 persons. So I'm logging
Yeah,
in
yeah,
now. I'm logging in now. So you will see the number of data sets. Um, so this is the International Asteroid Search Campaign. So we have all Iran. You see these people? This is a regional group. There are 75 groups. Okay, now
yeah.
in our Pan-African groups, we started with 10. Okay, the number grew. Isaac expanded it to 20, and now this coming semester we have about 35, like 35 groups. We have all Indian as research group. They have about 257. They have regional groups. Someone is managing this, and it is that person's hard work so far. So we have different kinds of groups. So, but if you don't have any regional groups, you get registered under the International Astro Research Campaign. So let me just show you um the ones. So this is the Somalia Algerian group. Let me show you. Let me log in. I have access to their page. You see? So there are
Yeah.
see data sets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you see? So
I
assuming that
I
you
also
are
have 15.
okay, 50. Just maybe I miscounted, but they are usually the same number everywhere. So now imagine you are three in number. So you can say um the first person should analyze the first five, second person should analyze this. Just continue counting. So the work will be less on you. If you want to do it alone, you're not going to even enjoy it because it's going to be very painstaking. So I'll
Mm,
suggest you have a team. Train your team. Okay, train your team. So nowadays the work is much less on me. Do you know why? The
why?
work is much less on me because I have trained a lot of people. A lot of people. So if we have new members, okay, most of the new people coming in now are referrers. Okay, people that have trained.